1, 2, 3. Thank you, Duncan.
He knew what he was holding here. He knew what the mountain was about, and he knew how great the snow was, and he offered that gift to us. And for me, it's been my life, you know. And so we made this board for Duncan. Glenn talked to us, and he basically, the reason you guys are all here, and kind of the spark of snowboard. Mount Baker's more than just a ski area. It's the spark. Everything that everyone loves about snowboarding is here. The people, and it's not corporate. It's the real deal's out there, the gnarliest stuff you could ever find, and the happiest smiles and the friendliest faces. And it comes from Duncan's vision and his family. This is a family-run operation. When we first started coming up, Gwen and Amy, we sponsored Amy, but Gwen and their whole family, Bunny and Gail, and all, they took us in and were so kind to us. Duncan, we were always scared of Duncan. That's his family, and he's got a little Clint Eastwood, and we respected him. He's like my father. Matt Cummins and I got caught. We had dug some rope and got caught by Duncan at the bottom of the canyon, and I still feel the shame. And so, I'll give it back to Gwen. But thank you, Duncan, and all of snowboarding. The spirit that lives here is kind of what spreads around the world and makes all of us, I love coming here to see all the froth, because there's snowboarders out there, and then there's Mount Baker, bank slalom, frothy snowboarders, and everybody's riding about twice as fast as they should. They're all coming off the arm, and they wish they hadn't eaten crashed on the course, and so they're running through my kids at triple the speed they should be. But anyway, the froth here is so real, and this is what snowboarding is about, the passion, and it's so fun to see the happy faces. But we owe it all to him and his family, and I'll let Gwen take over.
So the racers have signed this for you, this custom board right here. It says the Mount Baker legendary Duncan Howat. And I don't know if you would notice, but my dad is not without his puffy coats. So we got him a puffy bank slalom jacket. I hate to have you take that one off to put this. See, and they usually do come with duct tape. Every one of them comes with duct tape. I'm going to have him tell you a little story, because he doesn't tell stories very often. But I'm going to have him tell the story of when Tom Sims gave Amy and you the snowboard, and then how you started the bank slalom. Because here we are, and it's time to do that.
Well, Tom Sims gave the board to Amy. It was sitting around the apartment, which we have up in the E-lot, and we thought, well, I'll give this a try. I had a pair of old Sorels, a little bit of duct tape, and I went straight off of chair 2. I was a pretty good skier, too, and went straight down the hill, and right at that moment, I knew that snowboarding was fun and had a great future. And so that's why I moved forward with it. And I had to fight, and you probably heard some of these stories, I had to fight with the other ski area operators, which I probably shouldn't have, because it just took business away from us. But in our Pacific Northwest Ski Area Association meetings with Snoqualmie and Crystal and Stevens and everybody, I said, hey, you guys, snowboarding is really fun, you know? And so they kind of listened, and then Snoqualmie started, then Stevens, and then eventually Crystal and White Pass, and that's how it spread. But, you know, there's been a lot of talk about the past and the story and everything else, but I'm kind of looking toward, as old as I am, looking towards the future for snowboarding. And there were people saying, you know, we were talking about, oh man, we've been, going to be 40 years here pretty soon to be putting on this race. But that it will keep going, and that I see a good, brighter future for snowboarding and people involved in it. I see so many parents now with little guys, people about this tall out there on snowboard, almost more than skis. So it kind of goes back and forth between skiing and snowboarding. And I see with the board sports that are going on in the water, whether it's foiling, e-foiling, wing foiling, whatever that surfing, that's transferring more now to, I think, to snowboarding also. A couple things to remember, of course. If you die with good knees, it's a waste. Speed is safety, right? For sure. And you guys that are getting older, those, and women, those who go slower, win, okay? For sure. And the last thing in racing, you can't get out of trouble until you get into trouble.